King Bazin, the Three Wise Men, and Tigray. Tigray regnal lists largely agree that Bazin's reign began 8 years before the birth of Christ. Oral lists recorded by James Bruce and Henry Salt claim Bazin reigned for 16 years. A manuscript held in the British Museum also records a 16-year reign for this king. However, a different written list quoted by Pedro Paez claimed this king reigned for 17 years instead. The 1922 regnal list quoted by Prince Regent Tafari Makanan claims this king reigned for 17 years from 8 BC to 9 AD, with dates following the Ge'ez Tigrin calendar. According to some sources, he had reigned through around 10 BC and reigned through Christ's birth and is even said to have been Balthazar. Egyptologist Henry Salt claimed he saw an ancient inscription on a stone in a church in Aksum stating, "This is the sepulchral stone of Bazin." He did however claim that this was the name of several Tegaru kings, so he may not have been referring to this specific king. According to Aksumite Tegaru tradition, when Christ was born, King Bazin was reigning in Aksum, an enigmatic character whose name only appears once in the Tigrayan king lists. For the rest, he does not appear cited in any other source, neither epigraphic nor numismatic. Who was this King Bazin then? We simply don't know. Nor can it be affirmed that he even existed, or that his name is not the corruption of another king, which is also plausible. In this case, we would be talking about Wazin, Usanas in Greek, whose numismatic collection is very abundant. In Aksum, his supposed tomb is preserved, which Juan José Ruscaleda visited some time ago, sharing a series of very interesting images about its current state. Today it is one of the most visited places in the old capital. And yet Bazin is associated with the biblical episode of the Magi. Why? Difficult to know since he does not even appear mentioned in the abundant Tigrayan texts that speak of the Masagalin. It is an invention, whose roots are difficult to trace, which incarnates Bazin as one of the three wise men simply because, as we have said, his reign coincided with the birth of Christ. The adoration of the kings, or rather of the Magi, refers to the visit that several Persian priests made to the child Jesus according to the New Testament account. With them they carried 3 kinds of gifts: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Despite the fact that the Gospel does not provide much information about them, new traditions soon appeared indicating that the visit took place when the child was 2 years old, or that they established the number of magicians from 3, the number that is most popular today, to 12. Also, the name of the archangel who announced their birth varies. In some texts it was Ragel, in others Gabriel or even Michael. In most cases the fact that the star guides them is maintained, but in some manuscripts in the center of the star an image of the Virgin with child is represented. Starting in the 14th century in Western Europe, each of the 3 kings was given a different origin, each representing the 3 continents known at the time. Balthazar represents Africa, so his face is always dark. This is reminiscent of the famous legend of Prester John, the mythical priest-king who ruled a powerful Christian empire that was identified with Ethiopia during the late Middle Ages. King Bazin, Balthazar, was the most powerful king of Aksum, and his father King Kush Empire Africa, and represents all Hamite Africans. He gives a gift to his god Jesus Christ. That is why Tigray, Aksum, was the gateway of Christianity to all Hamite Africans. Please come and visit the Holy Tigray, which holds the holy city of Aksum, the mother of King Bazin, the Magi king. Tigray is the home of all Hamite Africans. We will bring all Hamite Africans under one umbrella in the holy city of Aksum, the coming capital city of Hamite Africa where all things started.